Ledah with the zoo, his zoo, and BHwarwind with his tempo mage. Oh wow. 2 Voidwalkers in Ledah's hand. It's actually a pretty good starting hand for Ledah.
Well, Warwind, like his fellow Australian, is running 2 loot hoarders in his tempo mage.
Oh my goodness, really? See, these Australians like the loot hoarders in their tempo mage.
But he's not running any battling books, and he's running 1 cult sorcerer. So that's a little twist up from the usual.
Definitely. He's gonna get rid of this juggler right away. Doesn't want this juggler to do any throwing of knives here. And just play on curve. Councilman comes down on turn 3. Can't see the card. Okay, I was holding the coin. So kind of awkward. He's actually thinking about coining the barns here. I think that's why he was holding on to the coin.
I think it's just really scary to leave the councilman up like this.
Yeah, exactly.
He's trying to figure out a way to get rid of that, but he knows he can't at this stage.
Yeah. He's gonna have to at least put out a minion then and deal with it later. Coining the barns is not so bad. But his turn 4 would have to be like Forgotten Torch and like Mirror Image maybe. Okay, so he decides to use the Forgotten Torch on the Voidwalker. And that's gonna be that. And save the coin later. Because, you know, the Tempo Mage definitely values the coin.
Oh, and here we go. Huge buff with the Forbidden Ritual on the Councilman.
So this is why, okay, sorry, no. This is normal. This is Ledah's normal zoo. I don't know, for some weird reason I thought it was a discard. But yeah, it's just a normal zoo. Definitely gotta get rid of this Councilman, so Fireball is great there. Nice top deck.
Oh. Defender Vargas, great draw here to try and buff up some of his 1/1s.
Or he could choose to, yeah, it's either Defender Argus and the Voidwalker. Yeah, I think what Ledah was thinking is that he wants to buff up some of his 1/1s so that Warwind doesn't like Arcane Missiles or some crazy swing like Flame Waker and a bunch of spells and just clears his whole board. I think we are going to... Does he even have room? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's only got actually room for 1 more minion, so he's gonna have to suicide something before he can play his 2nd minion this turn. I put the juggler first and then the wolf. But then...
I mean, leaving Barnes isn't that scary.
Yeah, he could actually ignore it, but then since it made the juggle...
Yeah, nice juggle.
He just go face down with the rest of his minions instead of... Yeah. Turned out great for Ledah.
Yeah, and he has a good shot to play Doomguard next turn.
Still no Arcane Blast for Warwind. And still no Flame Waker, but he's gonna get rid of the other juggler now before it does a ton of work.
Ooh.
Actually, he can play all his minions.
Yeah.
Wow, that worked out perfectly for Ledah. So sick, and is this gonna be it? Is that lethal right there?
Yep. Perfectly played.
Yep,
oh, man.
because it gets the Dire Wolf buff. Easy life with the zoo.
Yeah, this is just an example of when Zoo just works perfectly.
I mean, we didn't see like any Flame Waker, so no Arcane Blast. Yeah, it was tough for the mage there. So that's gonna be 1 win to Ledah. And yeah, Warwind can still make a comeback, of course. It's just one. It's just a 1 win.
Yeah, just a little unfortunate with the tempo mage. The cards he had just really weren't the ones that he wanted, you know. And once the board grows like that for the zoo, you definitely want a big Flame Waker turn to cut the numbers down. At least shrink the board a little bit, because once they overwhelm you like that, there's just no coming back.
Yeah, exactly. Or even if you just like top deck a Flame Strike.
Yeah,
but what turn did he actually win on? Did you see? Maybe it was
I think it was turn 7.
Okay. Yeah, it was it's too late also. Yeah. And it wouldn't have killed the Doomguard.
Right, yeah, exactly.
So yeah, we got more exciting decks to come. What else do we have here? I just feel like we've been seeing a lot of the similar decks in this tournament. Well, the creative ones actually were just left in the dust. They didn't do so well.
I think Ledah's decks are kind of interesting. Like, running a Druid without Yogg is so ballsy.
Yeah, definitely.
And then his Miracle Rogue, he's running 1 Violet Teacher and 1 Earthen Ring Farseer.
Oh, yes. Because no questing.
Yeah, that's a pretty big twist as well. It's kind of old school.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, we got that. Seems to be working out for Ledah. I mean, like I said earlier, when I was casting with TJ, he won with these decks in the Southeast Asia Summer Preliminaries.
Oh, okay.
So he's just like, he's like, this deck worked for me. I'm going to use it again. And then here, look, we can see the crowd. It's a ton of people. And all supporting, you know, their fellow locals. Go Thailand.
A lot of free merch being handed out as well. One of the perks of coming to one of these events.
So yeah, guys, remember tweet out to Hearth SEA Major if you have any predictions of who will win, favorite moments, or anything Hearth SEA Major related.
Also, a big one that the StarCraft 2 tournaments like to show is people's setups for how they're watching the tournament at home. Some people have 3 massive TV screens on their wall and stuff.
This is how I'm watching the Hearth SEA Major.
Yeah.
My setup's better than yours. Stuff like that. Yeah, join the conversation. Do you know anything about BHwarwind?
Well, his Dragon Warrior, it looks pretty standard, except he's running 2 Ravaging Ghouls, which is something people have been cutting down to 1 these days. Could be good against...
like Shows. I think Show is the one who started that, running only 1 ghoul. But that was back when the meta wasn't filled, the ladder wasn't filled with so many zoos. And then when Karazhan came out with the discard zoo cards, we started seeing more, zoos, discard zoos on the ladder. And then I feel like you should put back the double Ravaging Ghouls.
Yeah, it could be very useful.
Yeah, there was I think 50 people brought zoo in this tournament. Zoo, discard zoo, pretty much. Well, here we go. Game number 2. Ledah with his Miracle Rogue, the classic Miracle Rogue, against BHwarwind's Tempo Mage again. Maybe this time BHwarwind will get a better start.
Yeah, hopefully, because you don't want to be stuck on the same deck twice in a row here. Giving your opponent a 2 lead is pretty big.
Yeah, it's also kind of tilting a bit also.
For sure.
And yeah, these guys have had a long day yesterday, and today it's they're halfway through the day. I'm sure they're tired, and it's a lot of thinking.
Yeah, and it's just totally different to playing from home. Because, I mean, these guys, I'm sure they play huge marathon sessions at home, like much longer than these tournaments, but every move you make is so scrutinized because of all the people watching and that pressure you put on yourself. The mental energy it takes to play on a tournament.
They have, exactly, because they have a live audience also, and then they have the audience at home watching from there's YouTube and Twitch.
There's much more at stake. Nice little start here.
Ooh, and Backstab's actually not going to kill the Mana Worm in this point. Does he even... He could coin SI and get rid of a taunt.
Yeah. Looks like he's just gonna weapon up and swing though.
Yeah, so he decided not to go with the SI here. He's just going to hero power. And Warwind is going to fill the board with even more mirror images because, you know, that is really, really annoying for the rogue. I mean, how many hits does a rogue have to take just to get to the mana worm? I'm actually finding this really fun right now. Okay, well, this is fine.
Yeah.
He just gets rid of the mana worm, and he's gonna have to deal with these 4 mirror images. Oh,
pretty awkward board state.
3 mirror images later.
He has the option to remove SI7, but you know, with so many mirror images on the field, he can protect whatever pops out.
Exactly. Ooh. Wow, that's actually a pretty good minion to get from Barnes. I mean, Thalnos is 1/1 anyways.
Yeah.
It's actually like you summon as the Thalnos for free.
It's actually one of the better cards in my opinion. Flamewaker is probably the best, but spell power plus the death rattle card draw is just so insane.
Yeah, I like the Shadow Strike here. It's just he doesn't have enough mana to put up his dagger. He's gonna get through the taunts eventually. Yeah, Warwind is actually sitting comfortable behind these 2 mirror images. It's not time for Auctioneer yet. We could, what can we do?
Yeah, that definitely waits until next turn.
It could. Can he do Edwin?
He could.
Could hero power.
Thank you.
Yeah, I was gonna say he could just Tomb Pillager, or he could have hero powered, equipped the +3 damage on his weapon, and then coined out the Van Cleef. But
yeah,
maybe that's just gonna be dealt with the fireball. So
I like the Tomb Pillager though, because if it dies, you get that extra spell in the coin.
It's gadget Auctioneer up next. Yeah, I agree. That's also good.
Someday I'll be just like you.
It's just looking really good for Warwind right now.
Let's make magic.
Growing his board even bigger, and we do know that against a rogue you have to put down a lot of threats because they just have a hard time against huge boards.
Yeah, with the Blade Flurry nerf, the board clearing capabilities of the rogue has definitely gone down.
Yeah, I have to agree with you there. No more Blade Flurry. What do they have to clear this? A Fan of Knives with some spell damage would be great here.
Yeah.
He could draw it with his Auctioneer.
Yeah, like if he draws a Prep and the Fan of Knives.
But that's kind of hard to, like, that's just expecting runner, the perfect cards that you need, right?
For that to actually happen, yeah, he would need to Auctioneer coin, but because he needs the 2 extra mana to play the Blood Mage.
It's actually a tough turn for Ledah because we can clearly see Warwind's hand right here has a Flame Strike, Fireball. Anything that Ledah does can be dealt with. So he's gonna make a huge Fan Cleef.
Not the biggest, but still, you know, he just needs to get some bodies out on the field.
It's as big as the Drake. And this is actually going to be like lethal already.
Yeah, wow.
Yep.
I think the way Warwind played that was pretty smart. Like playing those mirror images very early on. He knew he could protect his squishy 1/1s from you know, the hero power of the rogue, as well as just protect anything else that comes down.
Yeah, I mean, it is the rogue's worst nightmare. 4 mirror images and not being able to backstab and like hit like these minions like Cult Sorcerer, Sorcerer's Apprentice. Yeah, very difficult for that rogue.
And you're never gonna use spells to break through the O2 taunts.
Oops, sorry. Very difficult for Ledah's rogue, I meant.
Well, it gets tied up 1-1 here. Warwind bringing it back here. Little wind in his sails now.
Definitely. Tempo Mage is out for Warwind with that win. And Ledah still has his rogue he went with his zoo earlier, right? Yeah,
Yeah, that's
it was
right.
his zoo. So he says his rogue and his no druid yogg.
No Yaga Druid. No Yogg Druid.
No druid yogg. This like whole tournament has been filled with yoggs though.
Yeah.
It's just
I think Yogg should just have its own class
Ledah,
now.
why did you let us down with no yogg? We could have had more fireworks. This
I
is
think he's just trying to make a point, you know? Like, he's like, I'm gonna not rely on any coin flips here at all.
alright.
I'm just gonna do it with pure token and ramp. And, well, he's made it work so far. I think it'd be really insane if somebody won a tournament with bringing a token druid that's running no Yogg.
He did. He's gonna
Not
try
sure,
do
yeah,
it round two.
right. Yeah.
Round two this time. And maybe he's probably gonna bring the same decks to APAC. Who knows?
Yeah, it's a little far away, so changes in the meta might
True.
affect it. But that would be really cool to see, and if he does really well there as well.
Let's talk a little bit about Ledah.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know that Ledah means radar?
Oh, that's what it means? Okay.
That's what his name means.
In Thai?
Yep. I'm not sure, but I was told. I'm gonna have to believe my source. So here we are, game number 3, and Ledah's back with his rogue, Warwind with his. This is the discard zoo, right?
That's
Yep.
right.
Oh, that's an easy backstab hero power turn.
Yeah, nice little clear here.
And Ledah's, since he's playing the classic rogue, it's actually okay against zoos or discard zoos.
Yeah, if you can get your removal going early on.
He doesn't have anything. Is he gonna play a conceal to just get this eviscerate?
He has
Combo.
2 in hand, so it's possible.
Yep.
Yeah, he's gonna do it. You just can't really allow the zoo board to grow at all, you know?
Exactly.
And next turn you have the Tomb Pillager to contest whatever else comes up.
Yeah, I agree with that. Getting rid of this board. And ooh, we got another Imp Gang.
But
But he
it's like,
chooses not to do that. He's gonna check out what he gets from Peddler. Possibly a minion that doesn't get killed by his hero power. Okay, so at least this possessed villager has a death rattle.
Thank you.
Which the rogue is still gonna hit, you know, just make sure everything's. So when Ledah fans later, you know, can just kill off this 1/1.
yeah. Direwolf Alpha looking like a pretty attractive drop onto the field here. Will allow him to trade into the Tomb Pillager with 2 mana left to, you know, drop the Void Walkers if he wants to, or tap. But looks like.
I'm actually just wondering if he ignores this Tomb Pillager or he just deals with it now. Okay, so he's gonna choose to trade and then just fill up the board even more.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay, I see now.
Yeah.
He wants the Tomb Pillager to trade into the Void Walker. See, that's why I was a bit like, does he actually trade into this or not? Just gonna ignore it,
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah, really awkward turn 5 here. Doesn't really have a straightforward play.
He could sap the wolf, actually, so that
Mm.
sap the
Yeah.
wolf, backstab hero power, one of the Void Walkers, and his Tomb Pillager hits the other Void Walker and actually still lives.
Yeah, really nice value trade for the Tomb Pillager.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, throws a spanner in the works of Warwind's plan here to make the Tomb Pillager trade itself in.
Right, they're just gonna think through every single outcome. I mean, I don't see another play besides that.
Mm.
Yep. But for sure,
think
Warwind
he's-
is gonna take that Tomb Pillager down now.
I think he's thinking about whether or not he wants to use the backstab now, just because it's just such great draw for the Gadgetson, and he doesn't actually.
That's true. Yeah. Actually, good spotting. Yeah. Just draw with the backstab later. And it doesn't matter which minion Warwind decides to kill the Tomb Pillager with.
Wow. Opts to discard his Imp Gang Boss here.
Just gonna ignore that Tomb Pillager and make sure he doesn't get a coin, I guess. He knows that, Warwind knows that Auctioneer is coming up.
Yeah,
But either way, he's gonna play the coin once he just suicides his Tomb Pillager.
You're just thinking of the ordering here.
Tomb Pillager, sorry,
So
Gadget,
many
Auctioneer, Backstab.
And then you see what you get.
He's just thinking about what is he gonna backstab.
Oh, nice, great.
Just needs a prep.
Uses the coin here.
And just conceals and just gets one more spell. It's gonna be handy later.
Some nice cards getting drawn here. SI7 Agent, Eviscerate, Fan Ice, all extremely useful against the Zoo, who just trying to flood the board here and keep that advantage that way.
Yeah, actually he just needs a prep though, so he could play everything next turn.
Yeah, that would be good.
Otherwise it's just gonna be Fan and SI most likely. Or just waiting for that spell damage maybe.
Just thinking about playing Silverware straight up.
Yeah, because he doesn't have any discard cards right now, so might as well just like fill the board as big as you can. Threaten this rogue.
It is getting to that stage though where the life total of the rogue needs to be taken into account here. Really needs to start
There's
getting
the
the board.
prep. The prep is good.
Yeah.
Kid out. Ooh, Shiv. This is really good. And then SI, kill off another minion. And then Eviscerate. Ooh.
Yeah.
Actually, no, he doesn't have enough mana to Eviscerate, sorry. Just save it for next turn. And you know what? His Gadgets and lives. His Auctioneer is still alive. Just draw him more cards later.
With the Knife Juggler though, some good juggles could happen here and maybe try and swing things back in Warwind's favor, but looks like Ledah has a comfortable hold over the lead here. That cycle with the Gadgets, and the Gadgets survive 3 turns now, and it's cycled so many cards that it's so painful.
Yeah, Ledah can't actually push for face here yet because Warwind like is so close to killing him. If he gets a Doom Guard, it's the end for Ledah. So still needs to Ledah still needs to clear off this board. But he's not going to kill off his Auctioneer just yet. He's gonna use spells before killing it off, if ever.
Yeah.
Or actually, it's not even. He doesn't even need to kill off his Auctioneer. He's just going to SI Agent and then make a favorable trade with his other SI.
Yeah. And he can also plop down to Azure Drake for extra draw. Oh, sorry. What was I thinking? I thought he already played the SI and still had 5 mana left. I was like, wait, that doesn't make any sense. But man, this is a hard place to be now.
Actually, Ledah has lethal next turn.
Yeah.
So, Warwind has to...
Like, he has such limited reach as well, because he's only winning 1 Power Overwhelming.
Tough situation for Warwind. It's like, does he tap? And then, like... If he could tap first...
He definitely knows his opponent is close to lethal, if not already has it, so...
You are not the boss of me.
Just thinking about,
Oh,
let's
wow.
go. I mean, you might as well go all in, right? If your opponent is able to kill you, he does.
Oh,
doesn't
but
have
it's
the
so risky.
Oh!
Uh-oh. But I feel... Well, it's going to be Ledah taking it. That was a very strange turn because it didn't have anything to do, really.
No, not really.
Leroy's gonna take it. So that's 2 wins for Ledah.
Yeah. And
One more, and then he's gonna be facing Chonger.
Yeah. Will the no Yogg token druid be able to take the win here for Ledah? Because that's the last deck he's got. And then he's in the lower bracket finals. BHwarwind on the brink of getting eliminated, so he really has to step it up now.
Yeah, I mean, okay, against his Ledah's druid, his discard lock could do okay. His dragon warrior could do okay too, and I guess also even the tempo mage. Oh well, he already won with it. Sorry. Yeah, either deck he could go with any really. So yeah, anything could actually happen. BHwarwind could still take it back.
I mean,
So-
maybe going for Dragon Warrior. It's such a feared deck these days. Could be a good way to start this out, this comeback.
You can see the Thai crowd downstairs. Actually, that's just like downstairs for us anyways. Cheering on Ledah, of course. Do you have any predictions of who you think will win this tournament?
Oh man, it's looking. I mean, for this series itself, like it's looking really good for Ledah. Like BHwarwind's looked like I'm just looking at his face camera and everything. He's looking really down, and it might just be the way he kind of approaches the game. Like he might just have a very serious face, but he's looking kind of. I don't know. It's kind of discouraging the way he's looking at the screen the whole time. But overall, I
I'll
mean,
have to look at him again next time.
yeah.
I didn't really notice that he was super discouraged. But yeah, I feel like Ledah has a chance to take this tournament, definitely.
I mean, he's got the energy of the crowd behind him. He's the
Yeah.
local Thai player. He's got. It'd be amazing for him to win in front of his local crowd like this.
They'll probably carry him.
Just some Dragon Ball Z level. Just everybody giving them his energy.
Definitely. Yeah, and of course there's also the after party, which with all the Hearthstone players probably
yeah.
looking forward to that party. So this is going to be game number 4? Yeah, 4 already.
Protect the wild.
BHwarwind's gonna give his Zulok another shot here.
Yeah, his discard zoo versus the no Yogg druid. That's a great starting hand. Well, with just the living roots. Not the best starting hand, but like living roots against zoo is good to have.
I mean, because if you play it, it's possible he plays
What to do?
a Void Walker, which is kind of bad. I mean, I guess you can trade the next turn with the hero power, but you're really looking for that wild growth turn too.
Yeah. But you could Raven Idol and maybe get one there, or a Wrath that could help him. BHwarwind going to coin out the Dark Peddler, since playing the Abusive Sergeant would be kind of silly.
Nothing quite yet to innervate out.
Yeah.
That could be a possible next turn as your Drake.
True, I actually agree with that. And he's just gonna shapeshift here. I find that better than Raven idling for 1 mana and having 1 excess mana.
Yeah, and you also save a sapling here for future trades. Makes it kind of awkward for your opponent to play anything with 1 health.
This is also a weird turn. He might just have to play
Yeah.
Malkazar's Imp in this turn, even though and maybe just the Imp. He can't even play the Abusive Sergeant because
I was gonna say
Ledah-
Soul Fire.
No. Soulfire is like valuable.
Yeah, it is. But there's like, yeah, it just feels bad to play an Abusive Sergeant.
Yeah. I feel like he needs to BHwarwind needs to get all his minions down so that his Doomguard could actually discard the Silverware Golem when the time comes.
Yeah.
Ledah probably has to innervate out this Drake here. Looks like that is one option, or he could Raven Idol, see what he gets from this Raven Idol. I like the Moonglade portal because it helps heal himself, and you know, that's just Zeus can just do crazy things, and they just go face most of the time. So yeah, Moonglade portal is a good backup card to have. Ooh, okay. So we're gonna see the Councilman here on his turn 3, of course.
Yeah.
Like I said, get down those minions before Doom Guarding.
Yeah, and it's also one of those minions that really kind of demands an answer early on. Like, you don't want to let that Councilman grow in its attack power.
Right. It's kind of awkward because, like, for Ledah at this turn, because it's like, do you innervate to play the Drake? It's not a good innervate to Moonglade Portal yet because you want that heal value.
Yeah.
And it's not going to be good to heal a Panther for one.
Yeah, because next turn, you know, the Councilman's bound to get at least +1.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to trade in there.
Yeah, maybe he actually should have innervated out his Druid
Looks like he's going to do it, though.
turn. Yeah.
I mean, the 6-cost minion's going to be pretty big here.
Oh!
The
Oh
Highmane
my
comes out.
goodness.
Probably one of the best cards he could have hoped for
Oh
there.
my gosh. I've never gotten a Savannah Highmane from my Moonglade portal. That's not fair.
And I mean, like, with 4 mana to try and deal with this is insanely difficult. And even if you get rid of the initial Highmane body, the 2/2 hyenas, the 2/2/2 hyenas,
Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh.
this is going to cause Warwind so much trouble. Everything was looking pretty good until that Highmane came out.
Oh,
man.
actually,
Yeah, he's going to have to
can-
deal with it.
yeah, with the Abusive Sergeant, and then he can Soulfire the 3/2 and hope, and just hope maybe the Silverware Golem will be discarded.
Yeah, I mean, after seeing Gogon Singh go for those 50-50s.
Nope.
Aw.
The power overwhelming was thrown away, which isn't too bad. At least he has his Doom Guard, because this guarantees that the Silverware Golem will be discarded.
Yeah, that's nice. If he even draws a second Silverware Golem, that'd be great.
Oh yeah, double Silverware Golem. What's that? I'm such a mouthful.
Here we go. Is it gonna be? Gang boss, but still worth it. to
Still
discard
worth.
it. Yep. Wants to clear that Azure Drake.
Oh, is that Innervate Wisps time? Wisps of the Old Gods could
Yeah.
do really well actually when he plays Savage Roar later,
Yeah.
and just like two of them would actually take out the Doom Guard and the Silverware Golem.
It's super hard for the Warlock to remove all these 1/1s, but Voidwalker is a pretty nice body to have in between the 1/1s and the rest of his creatures.
Savage Roar could definitely deal with this though.
Oh yeah. Totally forgot about that one.
Just ignore the the possessed pillager. Oh, he's actually trading. He knows Ledah runs a Savage Roar. But still gonna do it. Still the play here.
Yeah, the trades are so good. He's gonna clear the board, probably except for that possessed villager, as you said. Oh no, he's gonna.
His face will go, but I think the other minions should actually go face. But okay.
I mean, now the Zoo literally has 1 card in hand. He's gonna life tap to get another, but
Yeah, Ledah's going to make sure that Warwind has 0 minions on the board.
yeah, I think he also just wanted to make sure his Vandal lived, because if a power overwhelming or something happened.
That's true.
Although we did see the only one he has get discarded, so.
Oh my god, you know what, though? Cenarius is gonna be so good with
Yes.
Tendril.
That's coming up next turn if it doesn't get removed here. He
Yeah,
needs to draw into a Doom Guard or something.
he's definitely valuing his 1/1 Wisp because he knows that Cenarius is coming up.
Ah, that's not gonna do it.
That's really, yeah.
Warwind kind of chuckling to himself in disbelief.
Flame Imp, damage my face. So let's see it. Let's see the Cenarius buff. with the
here we
Fandral.
go. Oh.
This is broken. Yeah.
And I don't think there's anything he can draw here to really come back into this.
Oh.
BHwarwind looks exasperated, and Ledah actually looks pretty unaffected. He doesn't. He's just kind of casually sitting back in his chair. He's like, yeah. Oh, now he cracks a smile. There we go. I think he's finally realized the crowd in front of him